bringing about the one world government and how they might do it. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Thank you for being here. Real appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, share the videos, comment below, all that kind of stuff. Helps us all. We're fighting this battle against the, the forces that be, to stay relevant and to reach others and to get our points across. So anyway, what am I getting at? Okay, so I've heard a lot of stuff, learned a lot of stuff, there's a lot of stuff going on. One thing I want to bring up first, I'm going to get into the good stuff, but first I want to cover some important stuff also. We, as a community, preppers, and people in general, anybody watching this channel, for example, I think across the board, I'm going to generalize here, but I think I'm fairly correct. A lot of us understand what the mainstream media is doing, what their agenda is, and we understand to at least take it with a grain of salt, if not disregard it completely. Some people understand that whatever the mainstream media says, the opposite is true. We're all in different places, we all believe different things, and that's fine. We also understand that whatever the government says isn't necessarily true. They have an agenda? Oh, go figure. Who would have guessed? Sorry for the changing light. We got clouds and sunshine outside, so the lighting will be changing. I apologize. Nothing I can do about that. I actually think it looks a little bit better right now. Okay. The government has an agenda. Boom, light bulb. The media has an agenda. Light bulb. Any news source. Anybody has an agenda. I have an agenda. My agenda here is to empower and uplift you guys and to help you guys and encourage you guys to be more prepared for what is coming. Whether it be small event, large event, whatever. Complete collapse, world falls apart, end times, whatever. So back to what I was talking about. A lot of us understand that the mainstream media and the government isn't to be trusted. Like SHTF happens. Oh, it's okay. FEMA will take care of you. The government will take care of you, right? Yeah, we don't have to prepare. Okay, if you feel that way, then go for it. I hope you don't, because it's not true. They may possibly try to do a little bit to help you, but the best way to go about doing it is to prepare. Prepping is living insurance. It's a way that we can help ensure our possibility of survival. Because we all know, no matter what happens, all of us won't survive, no matter how well prepared or how ill prepared we are. But we know that, I'll just say it that way, that the government's not going to be there to help us. So I'm getting to a point here. I got to build up. I got to explain things. It's funny. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. It's funny because some people believe some stuff the media says, but not other stuff. Some stuff is just carte blanche. Okay, it's sunny and cloudy today. Okay, so that's the news said that. Okay, so maybe that's true. They may say, there's an accident on such and such highway. Okay, that's true. But when we're talking about things that can be agendized, it's probably not true. Go on an important point here. Okay, so some people still, they believe some things and they don't believe some things. Even the things that can be agendized. Like, here's my point. Those two countries over there fighting each other right now, and the agenda behind it. I'm going somewhere. Now, people talk about Putin. Putin bad. Russia bad. Ukraine good. Zelensky good. Okay, well, I'm not so sure about that. I think both of them are probably bad. But it's an agenda of the media and of the government for all my life that Russia bad. Why? Could it be, possibly, theoretically speaking, could it be that Putin is trying to remove the Cabal? Just saying. You know what I'm talking about. The one world government, new world order, all the stuff like that. Maybe he's a good guy. We know to take what the media says and the government says with a grain of salt, at least. But for a majority of our lives, we may or may not have been awake. Majority of my life, I wasn't really awake. So I fell into the trap, Russia bad, Putin bad, all this stuff like that. Well, is that true? Don't know. Maybe Putin is bad. And the things that they say, reason why people think he's bad is because of the things that the media says he does to his people and stuff like that. Well, is that true? Does he actually do those things? And you can listen to dissenters in his own country talk. But are they also agendized? Is that part of the cabal trying to make him look bad? I want you guys to think about this. Seriously, because a lot of people jump on the bandwagon. Oh, we got to support Ukraine. We got to support Ukraine. NATO and the cabal, all these countries are really pushing to support Ukraine. Why? Ukraine is super corrupt. Well, it's hard to know what sources to trust. But from what I understand, I have sources that are, out, not mainstream media type stuff. I don't think Ukraine is that good. Not talking about the people. I'm talking about the government and, the people in charge, the big dogs. So why do some of us, people in general, not accusing anybody or anything, why do we fall into the trap of Russia bad, Putin bad, Ukraine good, when we already know to be critical, at least, of what our government says and what the media says? Maybe he's just trying to take out the trash. Maybe us learning Russian might not be a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not saying. I like my freedom. I like my country. Stuff like that. But I know that we have our own issues. I know that we are not perfect. I know that we stick our nose in a lot of stuff where we shouldn't. I know that a lot of the reasons why we do that is because of money, control, and power, oil, food, water rights, lots of different things, sphere of influence. There's a lot of reasons why our country and other countries within the cabal have been trash talking, downplaying Russia, and specifically Putin now. This is one of those thought-provoking videos. I don't know exactly, of course not. But if we really want to be critical thinkers, we have to think outside the box. We have to think maybe all this BS we've been being fed is something we shouldn't just jump on and believe. I see people asleep all the time. I see houses with Ukraine flags flying in front of them. I see vehicles flying Ukraine flags, Ukraine stickers, people online with the little, whatever the little icon thing is with the Ukraine flag, whole support Ukraine bull crap. And a lot of the stuff around Ukraine, those areas that he's going into, Donetsk, Crimea, all this stuff like that, they're all ethnically Russian. They're all Russian people, and they all want to be, well, I mean, not all of them, but generally, they want to be part of Russia. Now I get it, we can't just go around invading sovereign nations. I'm not saying Russia's right. But I also don't know that they're wrong necessarily. So I want you guys to think about this. Is Putin just trying to remove the cabal? Is he not as bad as the mainstream media and our government says he is? I believe that. Who knows? Think about it. Research it. Learn. Let me know what you find out. Hopefully reliable sources. But everything's agendized. So who knows? Just throwing it out there. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Blessings to you and yours.